think you should.
What is up, guys? Lone Hawk here today, and today's video is going to be a pretty special one. I am getting coached by the former rank 1 Tracer player, Slayergramps, and he's going to hopefully help me out on my Tracer gameplay. How's it going?
Yo, what's up, Lone Hawk Nation? It's your boy, Slayergramps, back at it again with...
I could use some healing.
Just testing out my favorite
Yeah, see about that, I like the spam, but I'm not a huge fan of the ultimate spam. I'm more of a thank you, hello kind of guy myself. I don't know.
Where do you normally exit spawn? Like right here?
This is a terrible idea in my opinion. Okay. I think you have two options on this map. But first off, I want to see the team comp.
Yeah, okay.
I think you click tab somewhere in here.
Definitely. I spam tab way too much.
Okay, I guess you didn't. Where the heck's the tab? Okay, we're just gonna wait. Okay, nope, that's not tab, but...
If you guys want to tank.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Alright, here we are. Yeah.
We're still missing two heroes. Okay, McCready and Lucio.
Widow?
Or if you want healer, let me know if you tank.
I must have spammed it.
Oh, someone just picked it. Someone just picked something.
So it looks like Lucio, McCree,
Oh,
Widowmaker,
so your
Tracer.
McCree just switched to Widow. So you go straight to the right here, and you triple blink. So just a little. This is my opinion. I like to single blink out of spawn so that you're still in the Lucio aura.
Oh,
until you get your third blink back, and then you have 3 blinks.
Okay.
And you took advantage of the Lucio speed. So
that makes a lot more sense.
So I single blink. You're usually like at the tip of the Lucio. Good Lucios will bounce off walls, so they'll keep up with you even if you blink. And sometimes you can double blink and still be in the Lucio. But you want to try to take advantage of it for at least a little bit of time, rather than just triple blinking out of it right in the beginning. And then I don't like this this top right section because you have to engage in combat. It requires like 2 or 3 blinks to do anything useful, which is not really good. So either A, you should be with your team, or B, if you want to do something that's sort of like out of the way like this is, you should go to points. Because this angle is like a diagonal upward with lots of obstructing things. But if you go from points towards them, then you get to use the Lucio boost and you're kind of at a better angle.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you walked around the back, which I think makes you a little vulnerable, especially because you didn't see where their team came out of. So someone sleep darting you or like getting a fast shot on you right there is kind of dangerous, which would force out your recall really early on, which is also bad because when you have Tracer versus Tracer, like recall management becomes twice as important because their Tracer can wreak havoc when they know that you don't have a recall and vice versa.
Okay.
Go right side.
Forced her to recall out. That's good. I probably would have gone straight for the... Okay, never mind. Actually, seeing the Ana is a good target switch.
I don't know, Nate.
Kind of wasting a little time there. Probably could have gotten healed by a healer.
Yeah. This part, I think I was...
That's... Well, you're doing a little bit of poke damage, a little bit of distracting. There's not a ton you can do here. You're overcommitting a little bit with a very low amount of blinks. Now you're kind of trapped back here.
Yeah. Okay.
Since
so where should I be? Like when my team's here, where should I be?
Either with your team, or usually you should be going from the left, not the right side. The right side's actually not bad. You can go left or right. What you did wasn't a bad play, but you didn't really commit to anything, and one of your teammates died right away. Okay, so they have solo tank Zarya. You have dive with Widow. So, when they have like a Winston or a Diva, it's never a bad idea to play with your healers to peel for them. But since they really only have a Genji and a Tracer to dive your healer, it's a lot less important.
Okay.
And it makes it so like against this type of team comp, most of your emphasis would be on getting a pick on Ana or forcing out Soldier's heal and then or killing him if his heal is down. And then putting pressure, trying to kill Lucio, and then building pulse bombs and going for constant sticks on Zarya would be like the general theme of these two team comps. So that's like the first thing I would think of going into a game like this, like sort of what I have to do. So like I don't have to peel that hard because they don't have a ton of like aggressive dive. Plus, even if like Tracer Genji did dive the Ana, it's pretty hard to deal with that. Like it's your Winston that would have to deal with that, not the Tracer, because you can't really shoot down at Genji that easily. Plus like Zarya, so you have other people to peel. So your job is not peeling with this team comp against this team comp.
Okay, that's good to know. That's
so being aggressive is good.
Yeah.
Although you were too aggressive there, and you had 3 people come back to you, and you wasted too many blinks, so you ended up dying.
Can I get in? Ana's off the map. Right, no more else.
This isn't a bad idea, because your team's sort of doing the fight on point.
I think my team did most of the killing there. I just kind of messed with the Tracer a little bit.
Loaded in. So, seeing here, your Zarya's Graviton. Your Zarya pretty much carried that fight, because she already has ult against 3 DPS, which is insane. So I would just be ready to bomb the grab.
Here I was waiting for the grab.
Yeah, playing safe.
It
Playing safe
happened.
is smart.
But like she wasn't gonna grab, so
she should have grabbed the Soldier and the Zarya standing next to each other.
And then I didn't even. It was one of those I recalled way too late. But yeah.
Probably just tunnel vision on trying to bomb the grab there, so you ended up not using enough abilities to actually survive, because you're hoping to use those abilities to bomb the grab and stuff.
And then here.
And now that,
I literally was saying, I'm not there, and then I failed the pulse that I thought would hit.
I would ignore Tracer here and have gone for the front line, like protecting your team, but that worked out because Lucio actually died like literally instantly.
That Zarya's one.
Classic sitting on the point while your team is actually killing people.
The healers come to me, dude.
This is really risky. The only thing you can do here is build ult charge. So I wouldn't be shooting like a Lucio or a Soldier there. I'd be just only shooting the Zarya to get your ult charge.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. This was definitely, our team definitely overextended, and we ended up losing this, but I feel like it shouldn't have been lost for this reason right here.
Oh, that was insane.
And then, but we still lost. After those, we still lose the point and are unable to contest.
Yeah. The Zarya had like 1,000 charge, and then the Winston, I don't really know what he was doing. But I think both your healers died to that Dragon Blade.
No, wait, they were on point.
Oh.
Both healers were on point, and the Tracer came and pulse bombed one of them and then killed the other. And then I got yelled at for not being on the point. Which is, I guess, it makes sense. We overextended.
It was just a weird splitting of forces.
I just never know what to do when the team is overextending. Like, is it better to stick with the team and make the wrong decision, or...
It's pretty much better to just frag out no matter what you're doing.
Okay.
You can win both in both scenarios, where you're aggressing or whether you're protecting the team. But either way, you just have to get kills is the key thing. Oh, you could have killed him with the melee. There you go.
Yeah, I should have meleeed. I just was scared about not recalling. Then here, this don't watch. Stop watching. Just stop watching.
Speaking of the being scared about not being able to recall, you can cancel the melee animation with recall. It's like one of the only. What? Yeah, it's instantaneous. It's like if I'm thinking clearly, I'm pretty sure recall is one of the only abilities in the game that can instantaneously cancel a melee. So like you can do the 30 damage like in 1 millisecond and then recall after.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah, there's not a lot of heroes that can do that. Like you can't hook while you're meleeing and stuff like that as Roadhog. But as Tracer, you can recall during the melee.
Okay.
For instantaneous damage the last second. So you should like always get in the habit of meleeing before you recall.
Okay.
However,
gotcha.
Pulse bombing, you can't recall, but you can blink. So that's
yeah, pulse bomb, yeah.
Recall or using pulse bombs like maximally is a really confusing, difficult.
I always miss my pulse bombs.
Yeah. It's okay.
And then here I was just trying to poke for no reason because I already have ult. So
yeah.
And I died.
So when you have ult against a team comp like this, literally all I would be doing poke damage to the Zarya until eventually her shield gets pushed out. Because eventually the Zarya is going to take so much poke damage that she's just pressured into wanting to bubble herself. And then as soon as she does that, she's dead to pulse bomb.
I'm sure I waste this pulse bomb, but I don't remember how. Pretty sure I just throw it at the ground.
Almost. Kind of a weird angle.
I feel like if I landed that, if I saved it for like right here, I could have we could have won this fight. Because they're kind of clumped. I might have been able to get 2 in a lucky scenario. But then I just don't deal enough damage to outdo their healing.
I saw that recall animation, so you definitely pressed E. Happens. It happens. So you missed a few pulse bombs there. Overcommitted a couple times there. This isn't a bad opener, by the way. I'm not opposed to going server on this map. And you got the health back, so like you should be at an advantage in this Tracer 1v1, so you won the Tracer 1v1, so that's good.
Yeah. I try to go for whenever
there's so you only recalled 15 health there.
I should have blinked it.
And it didn't give you a ton of positioning, so yeah. And you were not at like that much damage. It was just a Zarya shooting you, so.
This part is that when I charge up the Zarya more than I should.
Whoops, yeah.
Yeah, right there I just like full clipped into it.
Just dumped a clip, yeah.
And then another little bit. And now Zarya's max charge. And I definitely get flamed for it too. They didn't know it was me, but they were like, who is feeding Zarya? I'm like, I got no clue, man. Another. Ooh, I need to watch that. That's for sure.
It's just reaction time there for the most part. This is good, but you're using a ton of blinks, so I would not be committing to this at all. So like even walking down that tunnel, your life just got saved by Zarya right there, bubbling you, or you would have died to the soldier just shooting you. So you're being insanely aggressive.
Got lucky with the recall.
With so few abilities. Like the better the player, the faster they do damage to you and kill you. So I coulda, woulda, shoulda died there.
Alright, Zarya has to beat these a bit of charge.
Oh, you don't have recall.
Did you see me try to recall there and stop moving?
Yeah, I know the. It's like deer in the headlights when you think you have recall but you don't. But anyways.
Like, oh no. That play was dead all around.
Aside from that, yeah, the stick itself was not well thought out because it was kind of just a YOLO throw to Zarya, which is always a terrible idea. Never stick a Zarya just to stick a Zarya unless it's like 100% overtime and you think there might be a chance they don't have their bubble. Because other than that, you're giving her more damage and throwing away an ult at the same time. So it's like the worst thing you can possibly do.
Yeah.
So the better play there would have just been to back out, get the guaranteed stick. Play with your team. You probably aren't playing with your team enough. You're using your blinks very aggressively to like do damage, but very rarely you're actually dropping back, which you probably could be, and it would probably help you get like a kill on Tracer. I don't know if they still have a Genji or not. Oh, they have a Reaper now instead of Genji. When they push into your team. So right there, I would be thinking time to stick Zarya, because I just saw her bubble come out.
Yeah. And then,
just gotta work on that a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta work on that a lot of it. Let's not sugarcoat it here.
Yes. He's a top right.
Go jump him, go jump him.
Pause. Too early for
Ooh, he's low. I would commit to that. Yeah.
Pretty sure our team.
I would back out of there, yeah, because the Ana had grenade plus a Lucio right next to him. So yeah, this is good that you're just dumping damage into Zarya. I wouldn't have been opposed to recalling there just to be safe because the Zarya was full charge, which means a right click does something like 90 damage if it directly hits you, or like 60 damage if it's even close to you. So you were below that. So all he had to do was right click and you probably would have died.
How do I land a stick? That's the real question here.
So all I would be doing, I would not actually be doing this type of risky stuff here because you have a guaranteed stick on their Zarya. Zarya is just a really easy target to stick, and if you're not landing like consistent sticks on Zarya's at the very least, then that's just a mechanical thing that you should be practicing in training range, stuff like that. But this positioning is super risky. It's like extreme high risk with extremely little reward. The only scenario I would see this being like really useful in is if you are 100% sure they have a nano visor and like you're planning on shutting that down. But even then, I'm pretty sure you still would win the fight if you just kill Zarya. So I would have been with the front line with your team doing poke damage to the Zarya until the shield gets forced out, and then stick her and then back off.
Here, like this.
Okay.
Oh, also you have Graviton. You have Graviton right now.
Yeah.
So let's hope we don't waste this bomb.
Oh, I probably do.
Nah, main healers now.
Oh, there's a soldier behind you that you weren't paying attention to.
Pretty little Zarya.
Or a Reaper? Oh no, the soldier went up there. Oh!
I don't know how that one landed. I'll post all my other ones.
On up front now.
Someone else must have damaged him, right? Because he shouldn't have died to a pulse with nano boost, right?
No, he dies to that.
Oh, it's 400 damage on the pulse, right? Pulse 400 or 300?
400, so
it would kill. Yeah, I think we end up taking this round.
maybe you save that pulse bomb. Although, I probably would have done the same thing, because that fight seems won.
Yeah, but then here's the thing, we don't have it for this.
Yeah.
Which is something.
It was just weird though that that the Reaper managed to get like 4 kills in a row. Maybe you could put more pressure on the Reaper. He wouldn't have been able to get as many kills, but
I don't know
difficult decision making there nonetheless. But more consistent, like this type of stuff is the exact thing that like, oh, like what's my team doing? Like they just blew all their ults, and it's like, yeah, this scenario from like the past 20% of the control point was really confusing. Hard to say what was going on. Extreme difficult decision making. Even like a pro player would probably waste a pulse bomb or something there and there, and then you would default to blaming your teammates, something like that. But you have to remember that you missed pulse bombs earlier in the game, and you had bad target prioritization earlier in the game that would have prevented this situation entirely. So, although this was really screwed up and difficult to deal with, there were much easier things to deal with earlier on that were screwed up that made it so, like, this is like a level 10 difficulty decision-making scenario. But earlier you screwed up on some level 3 decision-making. That's the thing that, like, that's one of the things that, like, annoys me the most about players that like struggle with improvement is like they tunnel vision on those one situations, but they forget about all the other screw ups they had that led to that difficult situation.
At this point, they're probably just
Yeah, this point's pretty screwed up.
Yeah. Hopefully you all enjoyed part 1 of this video. It is getting a little long, so I'm going to split it into 2. Tell me if you have any suggestions down below or questions for Slayergramps himself. I will ask him, and be sure to incorporate those suggestions and questions into the next video. I'll see you guys all later. Have a good one. Lone Hawk out.